Anthony Ogogo here, founder and head coach of Ogogo Fitness League, coaching with the legend, head of fat loss, Dave Hill, and the wonderful, the awesome Jamie Washington. Mate, how are you doing, sir?
I am doing wonderful.
Mate, you are smashing it. Tell the fine people watching this how much weight you've lost in your first 16 weeks on the program,
I've lost 23 pounds.
which for non-Americans is 10.5 kilograms. So what were you weighing before? What are you weighing now?
My starting weight was 211.2, and in my recent check-in, it was 188.2.
16
Amazing.
weeks, 23 pounds. How do you feel now? How do you feel now compared to you were like 4.5 months ago?
I feel a lot better. I feel more like energetic, getting better sleep, just overall just feeling great.
You said to me on a call, you said for 12, 13 years,
Uh-huh.
you were procrastinating, thinking about,
Mhm.
oh, getting in shape, should I lose weight? And you put it off for 12 to 13 years. Wow, right? So talk to me in those 12, 13 years. How are you feeling? What did you look like? What did you feel like? And what were you experiencing to want to join the program?
Well, always wanted to like just keep my weight down, but at the same time, it's like I wasn't really doing what I needed to do. And when we talked previously, I mentioned I did things. I have lost weight before. Weight would come back. You know, the thing that I'm kind of really glad about now is that like I have a lot more knowledge about how to do this now that I didn't have. I didn't really have the structure that I have now, the accountability. So back then I was trying to do like everything on my own, but with a team of people behind me, I've had the structure in place and been able to follow the program, and it's worked very well for me.
Mate, you've smashed it, buddy. You literally smashed it. And what I love about you, Jamie, is like, no, this is never done anything like this before, and you're throwing yourself in. You're on every group call. You're always there. You're front and center. You're asking questions. You laugh at my jokes. If you want to get my good books, laugh at my jokes. You do that. But seriously, so Dave, let's bring head of fat loss
Yeah.
on the program into the call, Dave. So talk to us about Jamie. What's Jamie been doing? Why is he doing so well?
Well, firstly, I just want to say I love how chilled you are all the time, Jamie. It's great. It's very, very refreshing. I love it. Like, we can throw anything at you, and you're just like, yeah, I'll get on with that. That's no problem. No problem at all. And I'll put money on it that I don't think you've ever missed a workout ever. You get on with it. You're moving all the time. You're getting stronger all the time. Your weights in the gym are getting heavier. You're getting more confident as well. I know you've been sending me recently a lot of videos with some of the movements and some of the exercises, which are brilliant. And again, I can see each week going on, your confidence is growing. And I know you had a phase change fairly recently, so there was a few different exercises in there.
Mhm.
But again, on the video, you're just like, yeah, it is what it is. Am I doing this all right? And you're just cracking on, and I love it. You know what you want, and you're focused on it, and you're going for it.
Same race for the last 16 weeks, 23 pounds, over a pound a week, and every single week, weight coming down, getting closer and closer and closer to your goal. What do you think have been the biggest things provided by myself, Dave, and the team that's enabling you to lose this weight?
Well, like I said, just to reiterate, it's the structure because it's like I have a workout. It's like, okay, so I have my Monday, Wednesday, Friday workouts. I have my exercises. I know how to do the exercises, go in confident. And there's some things that kind of fell in place that made things convenient. That makes it a lot easier to follow.
Why is it happening now? Because everything you're saying, you could have done this 6 months ago, a year ago, 12 months, but you didn't. Like it took you a time. So why now is it working really well for you?
I would say it's working now, like, because with having kind of some health issues, or not necessarily like myself, but just kind of seeing how that's kind of happened to my family and whatnot, is like, I really need to really consider these things. I'm getting a little bit older, so it's like I'm not as young as I used to be. So it's like I better do something like now about it before it's like too late and then something happens and it's like then I don't want to have the regret like, well, maybe I should have did something at this time.
Yeah.
I had the time, I wasted the time, so it's like I really don't want to like waste any more
Yeah.
time and just really,
Yeah.
you know, get to where I want to be and then like stay that way and not go back to how things were.
You mentioned before that you'd lost weight, but
Mhm.
you were able to, like most people, 92%. put it all back on. Do you feel like now you're learning the skills and the knowledge, as you said, that this time when it comes off, we're going to teach you the skills, continue to teach you the skills to keep off for the rest of your life?
Yeah, absolutely, and that's kinda the things that we've been learning, like, with the nutrition, because like, I didn't really, like, learn these things, and so when I did some programs previously, it was just, it started with a friend and I just joining a gym, and we had like 3 like private sessions with the trainer at the gym, but like it wasn't this like continued knowledge that was just got ongoing. So I didn't really learn. I had a program, I followed the workout program, but like we was kind of lacking in this area of the nutrition, which is really making the big difference in like keeping track of the things I'm eating and whatnot. So it's like, okay, I've had this. I'm right here. I don't want to do this because I'm going to go over. And it's like, I want to make sure that I'm just meeting these targets. Because if I'm meeting these targets, then I know that my weight's going to continue to go down as it's been going down.
I love that, mate. You said on the group call, you said that this week your intention is to be a bit better with meal prepping.
Yes.
So the point I'm making is you've lost 23 pounds, right? Doing 3 workouts a week, about an hour each workout. So investing about three to 4, less than 4 hours a week in terms of time doing the workouts, right? So not a great deal of time. There's 168 hours in a week. You're spending less than 4 working out. And yes, you've taken your nutrition more seriously this time than you have before, but you still haven't fully committed to the meal prepping and stuff.
Yeah.
And you're still losing weight. So imagine where you'd be if you'd like really kind of, and it's okay. Like ultimately, like we focus on your training to start with, and that's going really, really well. And you're still winning, right? But imagine when we tighten more things up, how much more beneficial this is all going to be. Meal prepping, more time you're going to save, and blah, blah. So that's your intention for this week, mate. So we want to see on meal prepped meals. We want to see the weight come down even more. What do you think's been, working with myself, Dave, the team, what do you think some of the best deliverables have been? Like the best thing, is it the training? Is it the support? Is it the nutrition? Is it the group calls? Or what do you enjoy most?
Well, I like doing the workout. Just like I like being able to like, I mean, I feel great doing the workouts, and it's like, before I would do these things, I'd feel like super sore like afterwards, and it's like, I didn't even like really know that okay, if I'm doing this, then I should be eating this, which is going to help in my recovery. Because one of the things I've noticed during this is while I'm doing my workouts, I'm not like too sore to where I can't do a workout. And so
Yeah.
like, I may feel like a little like initial, but it's like I'm already ready for the next workout come that. And I'm like ready to go. And I'm like still pushing myself and increasing my weights and getting, PBs here.
So when Dave and I build the workouts, it's like Dave knows it's all about consistency. And if we build workouts that are too aggressive and too demanding, and it knackers you for the next 5, 6, 7 days, and you can't go back in and work that muscle group, then you're losing, we're losing, we all lose. So the art, and it really is an art, and Dave is one of the best. The art at building workouts that challenge you, right, but don't write you off for a week. That's the skill in building workouts. It's not just chucking random exercises together. It's about giving you the right thing at the right time to challenge you at the appropriate amount, but also teach you about nutrition so you can eat, rest, recover, and go again a couple of days later. That's how you get progression, and that's what Dave is an expert at, Dave. So yeah, go talk about that, mate. Talk about some of Jamie's workouts and how we're pushing him to the right amount.
It's all about adaptation, as you know, and with yourself on your personal level, Jamie, you continue to impress us week in, week out, and a lot of that comes down to your mindset. You go in with to every single workout with the idea of just pushing that little bit more, just getting that little bit stronger, even if it's one more rep, even if it's just gone up a tiny amount of weight, it doesn't matter. That's, it's small steps which, build into something big at the end. Okay.
100%. Yes.
And this is what you do time and time again. So, all I can just keep saying is just keep doing that. And we'll see where you're at by the end of that. And we'll just keep pushing you that little bit harder each time, So it's manageable. And you've said yourself it's manageable because you're going in there maybe a little bit sore, but not sore enough to stop you from working out. So
Yeah.
that is the key, and that's
And
exactly what's happening.
that's what, like 16 weeks of small steps, 16
Mm.
weeks of consistent small steps, not missing a workout. You compound those little wins, you
Right.
get a monster of a win. And that's what we're doing with you, Jamie. You are turning out to a monster of a man, less fat, more muscle, understanding nutrition, better energy, all the things you've got, mate. So great. Anybody watching this that may have been procrastinating for the last 12, 13 years like you, and they're thinking about joining the program, do I join, do I not? And they're sitting on the fence. What advice can you give them?
I mean, to borrow from Nike, and just do it. Because if you don't do it, you're not gonna get anywhere. Like, just get up and just go do it.
Go do it. Just go, buddy, do the thing. Hey, awesome. Listen, mate, Mr. Washington, we're 16 weeks in. Let's reset some goals. Let's go after them. We love working with you. Congratulations, sir. Well done.